I left work early today to go to a Stars game with my father. Now, the Dallas Stars, obviously, they play in Dallas, right? And I don't usually go down there a lot. I live up in Anna, so I tend to just stay up here. Most I go down is to like Prosper. But when I do go to Dallas, there's one thing I notice, and that is the amount of homeless people. I don't look at them in shame. I feel pity, I feel bad that they're in those circumstances. But today, I don't know what today made them stand out to me. I saw about three while I was driving, and three or four while we were walking to the stadium from our parking spot. They were trying to sleep while we were like, there was a mob of people walking around, and it was really cold out today, and I just felt really bad. There was there was a moment where I was thinking like, what? Like none of us are acknowledging these people. Everyone's talking amongst them, their little pairs or their trios. Everyone's walking, and we're all acting like these guys are just part of the environment. You know, like they're just the same as the trash bins and the benches and the signs. They're just there. It really put in perspective for me. Like I could be in a like I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky to be in a house where I have heat, where I have air conditioning and somewhere to cook, somewhere like a bed to sleep in, not on the sidewalk. I don't I just felt like I felt pity, you know. I felt bad for them. 'Cause I don't think anyone deserves to be in that. No one deserves to be homeless, especially given the circumstances where there's so many resources in the town of Dallas, in the city of Dallas. There's totally a way to help these people get back on their feet and re-enter the normalcy of society. Because another thing is like I know in India the like caste system how it works is like there's just tiers of people, right? I'm pretty sure the bottom tier is called like the undesirables or something. I may be just totally making this up, but everyone just treats homeless people like the undesirable. No one really talks to them. No one really even really acknowledges them. They're just kind of there. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart a little because there's nothing I can do to like permanently help them. Obviously there's giving them money or providing them a meal, maybe some form of clothing like a blanket, but to actually make a change, to make a breaking point, a turning point, something provide them with stability. And it sucks, because what if something goes wrong for me, What if like I just lose my job and I just can't afford anything anymore? I could totally I'm like right there. 4 wrong months for me, I could be in that situation, and that's not the most comforting thought. It's not the most comforting thought to be 4 months away from being undesirable. You know, I think as a society, we do we do our fair part. You know, I don't think I don't think it's the responsibility of the individual. I wish there was more advocacy for housing, for setting up programs, setting up shelters for them to be able to have a place to put on resumes or put on just any kind of any kind of shelter to help them get back on their feet. But no, my money is being sent over to Israel instead of on the home front helping the people who really need it. What I'm trying to say with this video is that you should be grateful for the things that you do have, because there are definitely people who have it way worse than you. And that isn't to say, oh, well, something bad is happening in my life. Okay, well, at least I'm not that guy. But I mean, the everyday things that people take for granted is something that someone just like you could be begging to have, you know? And I think it's important to acknowledge that so we can continue building upon ourselves and hopefully finding and creating better solutions so people don't have to be in those positions, you know, sleeping on the sidewalk, begging for support. Thank you.